When life gets unpredictable, preparation matters. In medicine, it's all about staying alert, ready for whatever comes through the door. On the road, it's no different. That's why Volvo designs vehicles to help anticipate risk, reduce harm, and protect lives. The Volvo XC90's advanced safety systems inspire confident decisions wherever the road takes you. The Volvo XC90, for life. Proud sponsor of the Pit Podcast. Learn more at volvocars.ca/safety.
Elias Mackos, CJAD 800.
Media's at fault. Reason we're so down on this country is because there's no good news on the radio. Ladies and gentlemen, let me present to you good news this morning. Last night, the Grammys, it was the Grammys last night, by the way. Montreal conductor and pianist Yannick Nézet-Séguin scored not one, but 2 Grammys during the award ceremony. He won Best Opera Recording for Blanchard, Fire Shut Up in My Bones, and Best Classical Solo Vocal Album for Voice of Nature, The Anthropocene. That's what you're hearing in the background right now. That's a good news story. A Montrealer picking up not one, but 2 Grammys. Oh, and wait, there's more. He's won Grammys previously as well. And ladies and gentlemen, he's on the line. Yannick Nézet-Séguin is with us. Good morning, Yannick.
Good morning.
Congratulations are in order. How you feeling this morning?
Well, can't get much better than that this morning. Honestly, I'm overwhelmed and really full of joy.
And here's the thing. You've won Grammys. You won last year, right? In 2022, you won a Grammy.
Yes.
So now you're up to 3. I guess the question must be asked, can you leave some for the rest of us?
I have now a new goal. Now, Beyonce yesterday became the most awarded artist ever, but before her, it was a conductor. That's maybe not a so well-known fact, but before Beyonce, the most awarded, the person who won the most Grammy was Georg Scholti, who was the conductor of the Chicago Symphony back in the day. So now it's a new life goal. Maybe I become even more winning even more Grammys than Beyonce in a few years.
And I wonder, I guess what would help you out in that effort, right, is that you are prolific, right? There's something about that. You're able to release multiple albums in a year, right? So you've got a chance for that.
Well, of course, being at the helm of 3 institutions, here, l'Orchestre Métropolitain in Montreal, recording a lot with them, recording a lot with the Philadelphia Orchestra, and now with the Metropolitan Opera. Of course, you're right. That's first a great condition to put a lot or drop a lot of albums over the year, but also my projects as chamber musician, and that maybe was my biggest surprise yesterday, to win a Grammy as a pianist. Never would have, I would never have dreamed of that.
So where are the Grammys right now? Are they right next to you? Where do the Grammys stay once you decide to put them somewhere?
Here's the thing. If I couldn't pick it up yesterday in LA because I was in concerts exactly at the same time in Philadelphia. So when we can't pick it up ourselves, it's shipped to us like 2 months later. So it will come in a box, and I've decided that I'm going to have one in each of my homes. I will have one in Montreal, one in Philadelphia, one in New York. For now, that's what I'm going to do.
Well, it's great that you have 3 now, just for that reason. We're with the Yannick Nézet-Séguin, won 2 Grammys last night, the Montreal conductor and pianist. So, Yannick, let's talk about, do you feel like you're really, putting a focus on Montreal and maybe, reigniting a love affair in this city with music thanks to your wins? Like, what are some of the, obviously there's a positive to you get the hardware. What do you think are some of the other positives that come from you winning multiple Grammys?
Well, honestly, what really makes me happy and proud and is encouraging, I think, is that each of these wins came with a purpose that was beyond music, or music as an more a social relevance and action. Last year when I won with the Philadelphia Orchestra, it was for a composer, Florence Price, who was in the 1930s a fantastic composer, but because she was African American, because she was a woman, she was disadvantaged. And so it's about time to restore her music. And that's why it was very moving to win last year. This year, this opera for which I won by Terence Blanchard, it's the first African-American composer to be played on the stage of the Metropolitan Opera. Of course, it's about time, you can say, and absolutely. But now I am committed, and we are committed collectively in making more space, giving the stage to the underrepresented communities in our art form. And Voice of Nature that I did with Renee Fleming is about climate change, and we commissioned living composers to talk about our relationship to nature. So these Grammys actually are just a real encouragement to say, let's keep having music in our lives and speaking to us. And you talk about Montreal. I think the work I'm doing with Orchestre Métropolitain, going in the neighborhoods, presenting music also of underrepresented communities, First Nations, that we did a few months ago. I think it's I'm just really encouraged to keep in that direction.
And when you keep winning Grammys, there's even more and more attention on you. Is your plate full enough? Like, is there anything else you could add to your plate now with all this attention? And is your phone ringing off the hook this morning?
No, I can't add anything more, but I certainly am happy to talk about this great work that I am doing, but I'm not the only one. I think there's something happening, you're right, in classical music in general in the world, that people need music, and they feel now that maybe they will love it more than they think they would, because the world of music is opening up a little more to them, and that's what makes me happy.
Yannick, what does the rest of 2023 look like? What will be your focus on your full plate?
Well, I'm going to New York in a couple of days to do a new production of a Wagner opera with François Girard, another Québécois, which is great. And afterwards, I do another opera by Terence Blanchard, Champion, at the Met too. I just renewed my contract with the Philadelphia Orchestra up to 2030, which is great too. And I will be back in Montreal at the end of February with Orchestre Métropolitain for more concerts. So that's only in the next few months.
Yannick, félicitations. Thanks so much for sharing it with our listeners this morning, because we do strive to give some good news every day on this program, and this is our good news for the morning. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Montreal conductor and pianist Yannick Nézet-Séguin, 2 big wins at the Grammys last night.